Having been on semen retention for 3 years, the thing that I've realized the most is that you're gonna go through these time periods where they're like waves of can't handle the change, man, cannot handle the change. And the only thing that you can do is to just plow through it or to calm down and do nothing. Now that might sound like it's not productive, but it's actually very productive. And I hope that the wind isn't too bad for you guys. So I hope everybody can hear me okay. I want to welcome everyone also to another Semen Retention Sunday here on the Regal Change account. It is a beautiful morning, you know, the sunrise behind me, and we've got beautiful colors all over the valley here in the mountains, but it is a little bit windy, and I think it's just from that canyon there. You know, sometimes we get wind and coming through the canyon, but anyway, I think that the main purpose for this video is to encourage people that are not able to handle or feel like they can handle what's happening. It's okay. Everything's gonna be all right. Your nervous system is so jumbled, or has been so jumbled, that now not participating in those degenerate behaviors, you're almost like your body is just trying to catch up to the present moment. Okay, because the body doesn't forget. If you have had any kind of trauma or any kind of excessive promiscuous behavior, that's going to catch up to you, especially when you try to stop. Like, your body's trying to stabilize itself, and when you get to the point to where you feel like you can't handle things, it's like the energy's too much. What that means is that your body, as a vessel for the consciousness that is about to come in, your body's not ready for it. Well, so what does the body do? The body tries to respond in certain ways. Maybe it goes back to addictions, or maybe it goes back to like food eating. I know for me, one of the biggest things was eating food. Gluttony was one of my big 3 sins, okay? Lust, gluttony, and pride. Those were the top 3 for me, and that I always had to struggle with the most. And really, the only way to go and surpass this is to accept that this is what's happening. It's to accept that this is where you're at, and there's nothing to be shameful about it. There's no shame in being where you're at. But you know what is shameful? It's to stay stuck. Okay, it's to stay where you're at. It's to not continue forward. And I've realized that semen retention is kind of like understanding how money works, but for the body. You know, when you realize for the first time how money works, when you realize for the first time, like, oh, this is how money is. This is how, whoa, big gust of wind. Hopefully, I'll calm down for just a second. But yeah, when you realize how money works, it's like, oh, okay, well now how do I implement this then? Like, now that I know what works and how it's working, how do I implement this? And that really is the key, right? How do you implement this? Well, it's the same kind of thing with semen retention. Once you realize the temptations are not really as powerful as you want them to believe that they are, they lose your hold. Like, the groundwork beneath you, as far as the sins are concerned, and especially the temptation of lust is concerned, when that groundwork falls and you realize that there's something deeper beneath that, there's something more stable beneath that, and that's your connection to God. That's what this is all about. It's realizing your connection to God. It's realizing just how powerful of a being that you really are, and just how amazing, because you're made by God. You're made by God. How is it not amazing that you're here right now? Okay, this is what a lot of people don't realize. They don't realize that their source of connection to God is the meaning of life. And with semen retention, if you feel like you can't handle things, well, you have to see it as a test from God. It's just the way that it is. You have to see it as a test. Because if you don't see it as a test, well then you're going to get bitter and resentful, and you're going to act maliciously perhaps when you don't need to. And I think that's one of the worst tragedies for so many people that are trying to better themselves, that are trying to improve themselves. They get to this point where they know what they need to do, but they don't know how to do it. And they start to act in a way that's like angry toward the world. You know, they think that the life isn't fair for them. And it's true. Life isn't freaking fair. I know that for sure. And I know that firsthand and from personal experience. Life is not fair. It's not fair that if you're someone that acts with integrity and you're someone that summons all of the things that you need to in your life just to get by, like you're working 10 times harder than these other people, and it seems like these other people are getting nothing, or they're getting everything for nothing, and you're just sitting there thinking to yourself, like, what in the world? How am I? What am I supposed to do here? Like, how come I have to work 10 times as hard to get half the results that these other people are? And if I don't work 10 times as hard, I'm not going to get those results. Not even half. You know, that's a test. Okay, you have to see yourself as, okay, this is just the game of life on a harder difficulty for me. God, who cares if it's true or not? Okay? In this instance, I'm just saying hypothetically, okay? Because truth is important. But what I'm saying is like, let's say that God wants you on a higher level difficulty for the game of life. And that's why things are so hard for you. That's why things are so difficult. Do you think at least that would be a better mindset in the long haul? Don't you think that would be a better mindset for the long haul, that, well, God just wants me on a higher difficulty level, I suppose. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to push through no matter what. I'm going to win because I refuse to give up, and I refuse to not go in after my dreams and pursue my dreams. And you know the best noble thing that you can do if you can't actualize what it is that you want in this life? Do you know what the most noble thing you can do is next? It's to help other people create their dreams and to manifest their dreams. The reason for this is because if you can actually help people manifest what they want, even if you can't do that. Like, remember in Spider-Man 2 where Aunt May is talking to Peter and she's talking about the hero inside all of us, and she's like, you know, I believe there's a hero in all of us, and it encourages us to hold on just a little longer, you know, hold on just a little longer and to push through. And sometimes we have to be steady and give up the things we want the most, even our dreams. That's what the hero does. That's what the hero does. The hero is capable of giving up the hero's dreams so that he can save the people. This is why compassion is so important. This is why Jesus Christ himself, the story of Jesus Christ is so important. Whether you believe it or not, the story of Jesus Christ is the epitome of what it means to be a man. Like obviously he's God, like in the flesh, right? But also he is the example. He is the example. Even if you don't believe in him, even if you don't have faith in Jesus Christ being the Son of God, you can't look at that story. Like, it's so funny to me when people like talk about how, oh, you know, Jesus Christ isn't this, or he's not that, or the Bible isn't true. It's like, oh, so you've read the book and you've established your conclusion based on reading the book? Oh no, I just know. Okay. Well, I mean, knowing is a good part of life. And, you know, Adam and Eve knew God. They just knew that God was with them, right? So it's interesting how people can be so arrogant, right? People can be so arrogant. And then people that have even, like they're just claiming things just to claim them. You know, and I think that's another thing with semen retention that people do. I've had so many people over the past couple weeks try to critique me about my way of life. You know, they've critiqued me about like how I'm living my life with Jesus, or how I'm doing semen retention, or how I'm now smoking tobacco for like the first time in 5 years. It's like these people are so caught up in their own illusions. They don't even want me talking about this. You can feel the spiritual warfare right now. People don't want me talking about this stuff because I'm just being who I am. I'm not telling you how you should live your life. I'm just telling you, if you're going to take this path, if you're going to walk this path, this is what I've seen that's happened, because I'm like on this path, I'm up there. And some of y'all that have never done semen retention are down there. Okay? And so I'm like relaying messages to you. I'm saying like, hey, look, it's going to get kind of tumultuous right here in this section because, I don't know, there's a big rock that you have to climb over. Sometimes you just have to climb, though. You just have to climb. You just have to make sure that you're doing everything you can. Would you rather climb the mountain of ambition and drive and success, whatever that looks like to you? Because I can't tell you how to express your masculinity or your success. Are you going to climb that mountain, or are you going to stay down in the valley of desperation because you don't know and you don't want to believe that something more in this life is possible? Whose fault is that? That's on you. That's not on me. That's not on anybody else. It's not on God. It's on you. And that's what's so sacred about this life too, is we have this amazing opportunity and ability to live life on our own terms if we so choose. We can bend reality to our will. The wind is picking up. The ducks are agreeing with me. I don't know if you guys can hear those ducks. And then there's a bit other noises, but this is what's going on, right? This is what's happening. The spiritual warfare is real, and we're leveling up, we're elevating. And I was talking to one of the people I met with a while ago. He's got his own X account and he does live streams and such. And I was talking to him a little bit yesterday, and we were talking a little bit about Bitcoin and such. Because I asked him like what he knows about Bitcoin and all that, because I've been really doing a lot more research into Bitcoin. And I'm officially, by the way, I've officially accepted Bitcoin for my services now. I've had multiple people now within the last couple weeks reach out to me if I accept Bitcoin for my one-on-ones or my Godlike Mastery Initiation program. And I didn't want to accept Bitcoin until January of next year, because I didn't want to have to figure out the taxes and everything for this year. But actually the taxes don't seem too complicated. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to accept Bitcoin. I'm going to accept it. And you know what's crazy is as soon as I accepted Bitcoin as like a payment option, I started to realize like, holy crap. Like once you understand money and Bitcoin, it's like the same thing with semen retention, right? Because you start to like, it's a lot, it's too much, it's a lot to deal with. I don't know if I can handle this. I really don't know if I can handle this. I don't understand it enough to actually want to pursue it. But now I'm like, oh, I'm starting to understand it. And it's interesting. It's interesting. But anyway, I was talking to this guy, and he was saying like, yeah, we've got to do it by like kick out these demons by any righteous means necessary, right? It's like, that's what I'm talking about. We're on the front lines. We people that are actually on semen retention or practicing purity or doing things, we have stuff going on in our lives. We are fighting on the front lines of the spiritual warfare. And all these other people that want to critique us, they're the depleted coomers that can't stop worshiping the pink palace. And they're jerking off to these screens. And they think that they have the audacity. They have the audacity to try to tell us how to live our life. Are you kidding me? Because it's like, you can't, sometimes it's hard to handle all the critiques that you get online. Usually it doesn't really get to me, but sometimes there's like, I swear, these waves of like the devil just mocking you, like through these people. And it's just, it can be so annoying, and it can kind of piss you off sometimes, because it's like, I'm just living my life. I never said you should live this way. I never said you have to live this way. I'm saying if you're gonna live this way, this is what's gonna look like. This is what's gonna look like. And people get so freaking upset. And it's like, you people online that are anonymous, that have so much critiques to say, you spend your entire life critiquing everybody around you or everything online. What are you doing? Like, hello, there's so many beautiful things to look at in the world. Go outside. Look at how beautiful this is. And you just can't handle not being right. That's what it comes down to. You want to be right. You don't want to actually live life, because that means that you would actually have to do something with your life. You'd actually have to have some flair, have some flames to you, have some zest, have some authenticity. And you don't want to do that because you're afraid to be seen for who you are. How dare you try to critique all these people that are trying to make their lives better, they're trying to make their life situation better, trying to improve their relationships, and you just want to tear them down because you feel like you cannot step up without stepping on someone. How dare you? You should really take a look. And I don't even like saying the word should. I really don't. I don't like saying the word should, but guess what? It's the righteous indignation inside of me, this fire inside. I have the fire of God, I have the fire of Christ emanating through my being to tell you that you need to get out there and start doing something more with your life. I don't care what you do. I don't care how you do what you do for a living. A man makes his money, or a person makes their money the way that they're going to make their money. Of course, like, I don't recommend taking the Blandrew Blate route. You guys know who I'm talking about. And start like messaging dudes behind a screen because you like that's gay. Okay, that's gay. Let's make that clear. That's kind of gay. And I don't know why, anyway, that's a whole other topic. But still, be more like, if you're putting in an honest, hard day's work, there is nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being who you are. There's nothing wrong with going out and trying. It's not even about working. It's about just improving your life, because if you don't know what to improve around you, then improve yourself. If you don't know how to handle what's going on around you, educate yourself. In the Regal Change Academy, for example, we have people that are educated. We have people that are enlightened. We have people that are actually striving to build entrepreneurship business or just build their career. We have all different kinds of people in there. You're surrounded by people that want to thrive. And meanwhile, people like these critics are like, nah, keyboard warrior I am. Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm gonna, man, get a freaking life, bro. You're worth more than that. God made you for more than that. And I'm not saying this to degrade you. I'm saying this because you can get out there and do something. Go out there. The world is yours. Remember Achilles in Troy, where he's like, make no mistake, we are lions. Okay? Take it, it's yours. That's exactly what I'm saying. You are free. You just have yet to realize it because you're so busy focused on other people. You're so busy focused on trying to do what other things like other people are doing. You're so focused on that. You're not actually trying to live your life. But you're free. You're free. And semen retention is a pathway to that freedom, because you're not caught up in the lust. You're not caught up in the temptations. You're not caught up in the worldliness. And if you can't handle it, it's okay. Like, if you relapse, it's okay. This is nerve regeneration. This is cellular distribution. Okay, this is aligning your psychology and your physiology. It's okay. Everything's going to be all right. All right? So with all that being said, I hope this message was useful and insightful for you. Peace be with you. Until next time.